Hello everyone, my name is Bodhi and welcome to the first of my Minecraft videos. Today I am here on my survival multiplayer server that I have up with a few of my friends, and I just wanted to sort of give a world tour and introduction to the channel. Now unfortunately I'm starting this off in a sort of awkward position, to say the least, because I am mostly waiting on the Minecraft 1.16 update in order to start a new survival world or server. So for now, I am in the process of playing on this one, developing it further and further as I can, and I've done a lot, so I thought I'd give you guys a tour and start a Let's Play series sort of ongoing on this server until we have the 1.16 Nether update. So let's go ahead and get started. So here we are now, coming up on actually one of my first builds on this whole server. This is my first starter village, and so I mean, to this day this is where I keep most of my items, aside for everything stored in my shulker boxes, ender chest, etc. This is my main, like, original house. My storage is in there. I do have a lot of storage elsewhere, but have yet to make any sort of redstone storage system, unfortunately. We do have actually a very lucky zombie villager spawned, and I was able to turn him to a mending trader, and so that has been very nice. Been able to get myself as many as I need, as well as sell them to the other players on the server. A few mentionable builds. Let me get away from that piston noise, but that was just one of my sugarcane farms. And up there is the mob farm. It is great for all-around mob loot. However, I do plan on building maybe another sort of mob farm to get gunpowder for rockets, perhaps either a creeper farm or a witch farm later on. But anyway, there you have it. This is the original village that I built on the server, and I think it's a nice, quaint little place, but it is definitely very little to what I've actually built in other places. So let's go ahead and head over there. Here we are, coming up on the iron farm, actually, and I built this quite a while ago. It's one of the most simple designs. I believe it was designed by Doc M, and it was designed way back when 1.14 came. I mean, that's not that long ago, but when 1.14 came out, and it has stayed functional throughout 1.15, and so it gives a very stable supply of iron. And as well, we have a slime farm down underground there, but there's no need to show that off. And I just thought I would show off these places before, or these farms I should say, before we head over to the area where most of the action is. And it looks like the sun's setting, so I will go ahead and sleep and catch you guys when we head over there. Right now we're at the Nether Portal that is right in my village here, and if we go ahead and take this, it'll take us to where we're trying to go. And the way that this happened is a few of my friends actually... hold on. Shoot. Alright, great. So, the way this happened, I was gonna say, is that a few of my friends, right off the bat, decided to settle a few thousand blocks away from spawn, and it turned out to be quite a nice place. So that is where everyone headed eventually, and that's where most of the stuff is going on right now. So let's get over there. I will say that one thing that we definitely have to work on eventually is a proper nether hub. Definitely need to look into the new mechanics that let you build it up on the nether roof. But anyway, that's a project for the future. And here we have come out of the portal into a base built up by a couple of my friends that play on the server. And anyway, I will make sure to mention, of course, which builds are mine and which ones are not my own. Of course, this is... none of the stuff built right here is mine. We got some nice houses, a statue. I believe there's an enchanting room inside of there, actually. Nice touch. But actually, if we come over here, this is where you can start to see my creations. So once we get across this river here, a lot going on here. Sort of not the most organized storage system, just a bunch of shulker boxes. Will never run out of those. Done some pretty good end rating so far, but anyway, what I'm here to show you is this village. I started this, let's see, probably a couple weeks ago, and honestly, this is probably one of my best builds ever in the in survival Minecraft. I've probably built stuff of this scale on this other worlds, but I've just been able to get my building style and skill for it a lot better in the past like few months of playing on the server, and it's nowhere near perfection. It's nowhere even, like, it still has a long way to come, but I have been able to learn a lot from other YouTubers and stuff like that, so I'm pretty proud of this city overall. And let's go ahead and move on to the next creation. So the places we're heading over to next are actually not built by me, but I did want to show off some of my friends' bases that have been going on over here, just because some of them are pretty cool. This one is sort of a campsite, and I really like the area that we got going on over here. It's nothing spectacular, but it is very aesthetic, and the carriage is definitely looking nice. I think there was some sort of piston door going on here that has been in progress, and I think there's sort of an underground base going on over there. But anyway, I just wanted to show off some of the other people's bases on the server, because they are definitely some good builders on here. It's for the more technical and efficient farms that don't necessarily look all too pretty, but definitely get the job done. And don't get me wrong, I do not consider myself a particularly technical Minecraft player. I do get most of these designs online, but I do definitely appreciate them, and they've been put to good use on the server for sure. So the first one we've got here is just a cobblestone generator, and I believe this design was by Mango, and I will have the link for this one down in the description as well. All of these farms actually I will make sure to put in the description. And this, I only built a half side of it. There could be an entirely separate second cobblestone generator. It's fully TNT powered, which is amazing, and it fills up a chest in like a minute or two, which is just great, because I do definitely, as you saw, need a lot of stone to get this the villages I have going on. And that is a lot of the stuff I like to build is made out of stone and like wood, and just more of a medieval style. But anyway, coming up on the second build here, actually also a farm design by Mango, and let me get away from those pistons before they take up too much noise. Anyway, this is a precision furnace array, which basically means, if you have not seen one of these, you can collect items out of each of the furnaces, and it will give you enough XP to repair a full diamond mending tool. So I'm not going to use it now because I don't need it to, but if my pickaxe was, let's see, at really low durability, I could hold it, take an item out of there, and bam, that thing is filled up. I believe alternatively you can also just use it to get XP. I think it gives about 23 levels, so useful design overall. However, I do have another farm now that was built after that, which is just a much more stable source of XP, and we'll be taking a look at that later on. But anyway, and as I am coming up to this one, I am now realizing that all of the farms I have built in this area are actually designs by Mango, and he is a very very skilled technical Minecraft player. Comes up with some amazing designs. I cannot hope to understand some of this stuff, but the builds have definitely come in handy. But anyway, what we're looking at here is a 4-type TNT powered tree farm. So this works for all types of wood except for acacia and dark oak. And this has definitely come in handy, more than I can even say, with building the villages, again with the medieval sort of style. and I do definitely like to branch out in my building style, but that is what I've been undertaking so far. And this thing just works like a charm. I've taken most of the wood out of here now, obviously, but yeah, it's coming really handy. So I just wanted to show off a few of these farms, and I think now we are going to head over to the Guardian farm. So I will catch you guys in a minute. It is quite a view. This design was, I believe, constructed by Cubfan originally, and once again I will have the links to these farms in the description. But if you've ever built a Guardian farm recently, I would imagine that a good amount of people have used this design, and that's just because before the update Aquatic, which introduced the soul sand elevators, which is the main mechanic for this farm, before that came out, you would have to drain most of the ocean monument and the area around it, or up until the surface level at least, and that was just a lot more work than what is able to be accomplished now. So basically the way this farm works, the Guardians spawn down there in the ocean monument. Sorry, I don't have night vision, it's a little hard to see. And then the entire floor is made out of soul sand, which carries them up through the bubble columns into this, which funnels them into the killing mechanism, which we can go ahead and go take a look at now. Here we have the killing mechanism and storage system for the Guardian farms. Please try to ignore all that shooting and stuff. Guardians definitely do not make the best noises in the game, and they are pretty hard to deal with sometimes. But anyway, we have a couple of chests filled up with the loot, which has been amazing because the prismarine bricks, sea lanterns, and also the dark prismarine make wonderful building resources. Anyway, more on that later, but we have the killing mechanism here, and right now it's on the AFK mode. If I were to press those buttons, they would instead be caught in water, where we could kill them and use them for experience points. Very useful for mending tools and my elytra. It's just come in handy a lot, not to mention the loot, obviously. Flying back over now, and we can see some of the builds that are going on over here. It looks like, it looks like we have a life-size, a scaled up model of a stone cutter here, and that is honestly kind of a long story, but I do respect the build, and that was made by one of the other players on the server. I cannot take credit for it. But as we're going along the coast here, it's just some nice builds. We've seen this area before. Once again, very well done. And I have to say, they used terracotta before we had even made our way to the mesa biome, so I have to say that that must have been some hard work there for even those houses. And anyway, right now we're making our way to, this is a sort of trophy room, and or like a garden. And anyway, if we come over here, this is where we're keeping the ender dragon egg. We I've only beat the ender dragon one time, and the plan is to beat it a couple more times to get those end city portals around the ender island. And looks like we got a chicken hanging from the top here, but anyway, hopefully I can put in another dragon fight in one of these upcoming episodes, so we'll see where that goes. I know, I've already showed you guys this village, so we are actually going to be taking a turn around, and I hope to connect this up with a path eventually, but where we're headed right now is to my latest creation, and this is sort of a like hilltop fortress or small village. This was by no means meant to be a big project, but I am pretty proud of how it came together. A lot of detailing work was put into it. We built up a couple of structures. We got the 3 towers on the sides, and then we have sort of a blacksmith's house right here, the chimney, and then just sort of a living quarters for whoever were to be taking residence in this hilltop area. And then this last plot of land here I figured would be perfect for a garden, so I threw in some of the flowers. And luckily, over there in that direction, there's a flower forest right nearby, so we were able to use some bone meal, get some of the flowers, And speaking of bone meal, I did definitely bone meal the heck out of this place to give it just a natural, like, overgrown feel. And I use like the dirt, the podzol for the paths, and I feel very good about how it came together. And yes, I did give you guys a preview of this right at the beginning of the episode, so let's go ahead and get right back on top of this tower. Alright, so there you have it. That is a tour of a good majority of the stuff that's been going on this server. And I'm pretty proud of how everything is coming together here. So if you enjoyed the tour, be sure to leave a like and go ahead and let me know anything you liked or any suggestions, anything you didn't like about it. I am always looking for advice when it comes to my buildings and creations, and I always appreciate that. And I do want to say that I am sad that I was not able to do this tour with shaders. I haven't been able to get those yet for 1.15 due to Optifine not being officially released. I have one of the pre-versions right here, like the beta versions, but that does not support shaders, unfortunately. So hopefully we'll be able to get those soon, just to give a better look to the world. Not all the time, but when we're doing tours and stuff like this. And anyway, I also wanted to mention just like a little bit about the channel, why I like Minecraft, what I plan to be doing here. So let's see, I've been playing Minecraft for about 7 or 8 years actually, and I decided, like, finally, you know what, that has to be worth something. And I feel really good about how much better like my buildings have gotten, so why not start a YouTube channel? And I have big plans to create, obviously, the ongoing Let's Play series on this world, obviously, or server I should say. And clearly it's decently far along, but I am by no means done. I have tons of projects in mind. I'm always open to project ideas or suggestions as well. If you noticed anything, oh, I can't believe he doesn't have a nether hub. Yeah, I feel the same way. But if you enjoyed this first episode, and I'm sorry I couldn't actually show you guys like an actual project, nothing super entertaining here besides the tour, but if you did enjoy the video and you want to see more of what I am going to be releasing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because I should be releasing even more videos within the next few days. So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.